the Long March was a huge defeat. This was the defeat of the Communist Party in the central parts of China. It was a final ousting of an above-ground communist movement in China.
But now we are at war.
Right here is your street.
I love you all.
We want a better world.
Spartan ist ein Symbol.
Well, I mean, it's the culmination of an incredibly improbable run. You know, you've started in 21, let's say, with 12 members of the Communist Party, and now you have this mass, social movement, this mass social revolution that really has repudiated most of the major elements of China's past and most of the major elements of the modern world.
Year after year, this civil war goes on as expedition after expedition grinds into failure in peasant ambuscade, guerrilla war.
Everybody starts to run, and everybody goes and tries to find a place to hide. Some hide in a Soviet embassy, and then they get turned over by the Soviets. These are communists, of course. They get turned over by the Soviets to the nationalists and get executed in that way. And some save themselves by running and hiding in various mountainous areas. Then the nationalists try really hard to dislodge them. Numerous times they launch one horrible, what they call extermination campaign. And so they try really hard to exterminate and to extirpate, as it were, the communists from this Jiangxi region. When they embark, they have no idea where they're going. They're just trying to escape. And, less than 10% of those who embarked from Jiangxi actually end up in Yan'an. And many of those are killed along the way. Some of them drop out. Some of them get sick and die. Most of the women have to drop out as well. And by 1934-35, they have embarked on this long march, and they have then arrived in Yan'an, which is an accidental place. Mao leads this 10% of 8,000 people into the desert caves of Yan'an, and this is a moment of terrible defeat. It is very much a born-again moment of the Communist Party. Mao, because he's the one who leads them out of the jaws of defeat into this, sort of new moment, gains in stature and becomes really one of the, more or less the unquestioned leader of the communist movement in China. Of course, the Japanese invade, and this then becomes the center of, anti-Japanese resistance. But before even that happens, there's a real sense that Mao comes out of the Long March with the myth of heroic grandeur now attached.